Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Litecoin. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. So I have been asked to take a look at Litecoin and give you some bull run and targets. Okay, so right now we are on the weekly chart. It does seem like we have some sort of a head and shoulders pattern. So we have our left shoulder, our head, and our right shoulder. And we do have our neckline over here. So if you start losing that neckline, then potentially you're coming back lower to test lower fib levels. So you have to be on the lookout over here. So if you even start coming back down here, this is sitting somewhere at $95, right? And you've been bouncing off this level quite nicely a couple of times. If I just bring up the neckline a bit higher, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches off this neckline, and each time we have a touch, we bounce back up. So what I do expect is we start coming up by the end of this bull market, okay? And we do have another peak that is a lot higher than the previous bull market. I'm going to show you the Fibonacci retracement. But what I think will happen is by the end of the bull market, you're going to come back down and you're going to land on this trend line, okay? You understand what I'm saying? So I think this is very possible. What you have to do is you just extend this trend line, okay, to wherever you think the bull market is going to end. For example, this is going to be December, and you basically go up wherever you think you're going to end up coming back down, and then you have the bull market peak. You get to the bottom and you perhaps bounce off this trend line, and that is something that you can potentially look at as a nice buying point or entry point after the bull market. Now if we take a look at the RSI, you can see that we have this weekly trend line over here, and it's been a nice support since November of 2019. So we had a bounce in November, another bounce in September, a bounce in March last year with a COVID dump, and then we had a nice bounce over here in July off this level. So each time you bounce from this level, you have a nice impulsive move towards the upside. So what's happening right now is if we have another dump on Bitcoin, I expect us to come back and bounce off this level over here, right? If we don't, if we don't bounce off that level right now and we start getting overextended, we do something like this, we come up, we get overextended, all right, and you get to those higher levels, then what I think is going to happen is, like I said, you come back to this neckline, and this is exactly what is happening. I do apologize. So you come back to this trend line, and this is exactly where you have that bounce off the neckline, and this is where you land on this RSI. Okay, so this and this will be your entry points for Litecoin moving forward. Okay, so yeah, draw this out on your chart. This is really important. Litecoin is going to do big, obviously. We all know that. It's the silver to Bitcoin's gold. Now, if we jump into the logarithmic scale, okay, and set it to auto, I have the Fibonacci retracement set from the peak of the last bull market, sitting at $365 pretty much, all the way to the bottom of the bull market in December of 2018. It was $22. From there, we started our uptrend. We moved up to $145 by January, which is a whopping like 555% in a month, which is crazy. Then we had another dump, okay, and this happened, and this was March, so 2 months later, we have a 90% correction pretty much, okay? And from there, we started building our way up and we started moving through the fib levels, okay? And right now, what is happening is we're holding the 0.618 on the Fibonacci retracement real nice, okay? So this $125 is real nice. This is the golden ratio. So if you would like to get some nice buying orders, then you could look for this level, obviously. But I think once the bull market comes to an end, depends on how overextended we get. I think we're going to come back to this trend line, okay? I'm not saying that it's 100%. I'm just saying that it's a possibility. We may bounce off of it like in a couple of weeks if we have another dump on Bitcoin, okay? So just keep this trend line in mind. Right now, what we want to do is we're in between the 786 and the 0.618. So we're holding the 20 EMA as support on the weekly chart, which is great, okay? We had this little pump with the Walmart news, and right now we're holding the 20 EMA as support. You can look for the 55 EMA as a nice buy order, okay? So the 55 EMA sitting right now at $153.80. You could have that as a nice buy order. Obviously the 0.618 if we have another dump, and below that this trend line, okay? And okay, also I do want you to pay your attention to this trend line over here. This is a nice support trend line that we have been adhering to ever since March of the last year. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches, 7 touches. So what you can expect is if we have a Bitcoin dump, you come back to this trend line, okay? It is very possible you may bounce off this trend line that is around $160 right now. If you lose this trend line, you're coming back down to the 0.618, okay? And this is the logarithmic scale, okay? You should have this trend line on the logarithmic scale because as you can see, if I turn it off, uh, the trend line moves. So you have to have it on the logarithmic scale, okay? The logarithmic scale is very good for trend lines and setting up, support and resistances for long-term trading. So yeah, have this trend line, have the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern. And if we talk about the targets for the end of the bull market, honestly, what I think is $2,000 over here is very achievable. Okay, Litecoin's market cap isn't that big right now. So $2,000 at the 1.618 is good. If we get to the 1.41 at $1,167, I don't think people are going to complain as well, because from the bottom of the bear market, that wasn't the bottom, but whatever. It's almost 5,000% gains from here. I think it's going to be more. Yeah, 5,500% gains. So it's really good. It's looking bullish right now. We're just having these nice bounces. If Bitcoin obviously has the bull run continuation that we're all expecting towards the end of the year, we could absolutely go parabolic. Okay, so be careful, dollar cost average, and yeah, these are our long-term bull run targets. Obviously, before that, we do have the $784.80. So that's another target that we have. So either one of these three targets, I think, is good for dollar cost averaging your way out of the market. Okay, so just have the Fibonacci retracement set up, and yeah, good luck, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Let me know if I missed out anything important on the charts. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.